Starting this Friday, protests are in full effect nationwide. We've got you covered. I'm Jim Drastic.
I'm Tiffany Drastic.
And today on The Dangerous Ones, hot protest summer has officially begun.
Woo! Hot protest summer, you guys.
We've got all the details of what's going on this weekend, but before that, let's remember this all kind of started back on April 5th with Hands Off. The Hands Off protest was a massive nationwide mobilization against Donald Trump's authoritarian overreach.
Boo!
Boo! Spearheaded by Indivisible, the Women's March folks, and 5051 movement.
Thank you, guys.
It featured over 1,400 events in all 50 states and drew millions of participants nationwide. Then after that was the No Kings Day protest, which was on June 14th. Yeah. Which turned out to be the largest single-day protest in American history. The No Kings Day protest was organized by Indivisible and the 5051 group, as well as a bunch of other progressive coalitions, including Demcast.
Thank you, you guys.
There was over 2,100 rallies across all 50 states and around 20 countries worldwide.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We were at both of those protests, Hands Off and No Kings.
Yep.
And I'm excited for this weekend's event.
Me too. We're not stopping now.
Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. All right. So this weekend, starting on Friday, the 4th of July, is Free America Weekend.
Yay!
Free America. Free America is a nationwide expression of resistance to Donald Trump's second-term agenda, including threats to civil liberties, expanded immigration crackdowns, abuse of executive power, and a broader authoritarian trajectory. The movement reclaims patriotism by framing protests as a defense of democracy.
Because it is.
Because it is. What to know before you go.
All right.
Events will vary by locale. Some will be rallies and marches. Others will be community block parties, barbecues, banner drops, art builds, voter registration drives, or family-friendly gatherings.
That sounds so fun.
Oh, my God, it's going to be great. One of the best things I love about this is, so folks, you know, when we all go back to work on Monday, boo. We all go back to work on Monday and we turn on the news, we might not see the huge, massive crowds because these protests this weekend are kind of, they did the right thing.
Yeah.
Because they know it's the 4th of July weekend and people are going to be with their families and stuff like that. They said, okay, not only are we going to have protests and marches and things like that, but you can also protest where you are, where you're lighting off fireworks at your house. You can be a part of it right there. Have a block party.
Yeah.
And you can go to action.womensmarch.com to find out more information about the protests happening in your area. And then always you can go to mobilize.us for more information, which I encourage you to go to both websites because Mobilize has a bunch of events that, even small things like going across the bridge here. They got like 25 things going on in Portland.
Best to check all the resources out there to see what's available.
That's exactly right. The emphasis is going to be on joyful resistance. Festive, inclusive, nonviolent, and deeply patriotic. I know we're going to take part in at least a couple of them.
Yeah.
I know we'll take part in the one that's happening here in Portland, but we'll probably do it. Okay, we've decided that this year we are actually going to blow off some fireworks.
It's been like 10 years.
I know.
Yeah.
The other day we were out doing some things and we saw a fireworks stand across the street. And for the first time in like literally, I don't even know. It's probably been longer than 10 years.
Yeah, because once the kids turn teenagers, they don't want to like be home with you. They want to be out with their friends. So we just like stopped going out or doing anything for the kids.
So we saw the fireworks thing and I said, Tiffany, we got to get some fireworks this year. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, let's we'll spend a $20-$30. I mean, not a lot of money, And,
might be the last one we get.
Yeah, it might be the last, right. And so we're going to light off some fireworks. So in other words, but at our home, we're going to have our own little local protest.
Yep.
And we have a bunch of American flags and we're going to hopefully be handing those out to the kiddies in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a great time because, listen, there are some Trumpers in our neighborhood. And we're going to let them know that the resistance lives here too.
That's correct. And I'm really appreciative of this one because we got your calls, you guys, about the July 17th protest coming up, how it's on a Thursday and we all work.
And I got more information about that now.
Yeah, so I'm really appreciative that there's like stuff going on this weekend. And not just that it's the weekend, but it's July 4th. It's like this is the perfect time to exercise your rights and to exercise your First Amendment and peacefully assemble and line up to tell the government your grievances,
Absolutely. And the fact that there's going to be like lots of different kinds of events. And I would assume that almost all of these events are kid friendly. Yeah. There's barbecues, banner drops, art builds, voter registration drives. I remember one of the proudest moments I ever had. It was my daughter and I were coming out of a basketball game, Portland Trailblazers. And there was some folks there, just right in the causeway there, signing people up to vote. And I was with my daughter and I showed her how to do it. And we went up and I registered the vote, even though I think I was probably registered already, but we had just moved, so I wasn't quite sure. Mm-hmm. And I tell you, take part in those things.
Yeah, that's how they do it. It's not our side that's obsessed with violence. They're obsessed with us like burning our shit down. Look, that energy fizzled out in 2020. We were pissed then. Now it's like mobilization. Let them be over there all freaked out about whatever it is they're freaked out about while we're over here just like painting our kids' faces and like making balloon arches with like little parades, like just trying to rebuild what's been torn down,
That's exactly right.
Excuse the fuck out of us. God.
And I'm so excited because, Hands Off was April 5th. No Kings was June 14th. Now we're doing July 4th.
Yeah.
And then, you had mentioned earlier, we got Good Trouble Lives On July 17th. We only get 13 days off, folks, and we're back at it.
Yep.
The rallies take place on Friday, July 17th. It marks the 5th anniversary of Congressman John Lewis's passing. Now, that is a Thursday. And everybody has called in to let us know how much they don't like that it's a Thursday. And people have written on our YouTube and other social media about how much they don't like that it's a Thursday. And I would say this, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't like it's a Thursday either. I would say also to the organizers, look, I realize that you're trying to hit a specific date because it's the 5th anniversary of the passing. But I would say the goal here is turnout.
Yeah. We had a couple call, and she was calling us to say, why is the protest on Thursday? And the husband's in the background going, we work. Yeah. We can't make it. Why is it Thursday? It was so cute, you guys.
We're going to play a little piece of that call right now.
Hey, my name's Andrea. I'm from Vacaville, California. So I would love to do July 17th, but that is a Thursday. I'm just wondering,
why?
Why on a weekday? Because so many more people won't be able to come out. So
because we work.
Yeah, people will go to work. So anyway, I just wondered. Thanks.
We'll be back.
So just to let you know about Good Trouble Lives On, events are planned in approximately 280 cities across the U.S., including D.C., and you can go to goodtroubleliveson.org for more information.
Perfect.
What to know before you go? These protests are strictly nonviolent. Participants are urged to de-escalate any conflicts and avoid confrontations and do not carry weapons.
Do not engage. That's the number one rule.
If I ever saw anybody with a weapon at a protest, I would,
I'm immediately narking on you. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, dude, don't bring weapons to a protest. Events will include marches, rallies, speeches, and community-based actions like voter registration drives. I'm glad that they're doing that.
Me too. And midterms, dude, they're right around the corner.
Absolutely. And it's all designed to honor the legacy of John Lewis and his mantra, Good trouble. Which is what we say at the end of this show every time now, purposely. So, folks, listen. Huge weekend coming up. Don't forget that we've got Free America Weekend going on this weekend starting Friday. You can go to action.womensmarch.com action.womensmarch.com. That's action.womensmarch.com, or mobilize.us to find the protests that are going on in your area, times, locations, and what's going on.
Yes.
I highly encourage everybody to go to that. Are you going to that? What are you going to do this weekend? What are you doing for the 4th of July? We want to know. Call us at 503-212-4600. You can leave us a message 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or you can email us at shout@thedangerousones.com. And folks, I can't thank you enough for all your support to this show. We hope to see you out there this Friday.
Love you guys.
We love you guys. And please like and subscribe to this video, to our YouTube channel. If you're listening to us, please give us a 5-star review. If you'd like to support this show, you can do so by going to thedangerousones.com. That'll kick you over to our Substack, where you can become a paid subscriber. Until then, be safe, get into good trouble.
Lots of good trouble.
Especially this weekend. And until then, remember, we are all the dangerous ones.
Bye.